Hey everyone, I'm Sydney and this is Optibus Prime, my 2007 Thomas Freightliner school bus that I'm converting into my home on wheels. Today we're going to talk about my most expensive mistake on the bus so far, and that is my floor. So the day I went to go look at my bus, I was super excited because I had found this bus on Facebook Marketplace like less than 30 minutes away from where I live, which is huge because I was fully prepared to go at least like 4 hours away for the right school bus. And the person, he responds immediately. I'm like, I could be there by 10. Mind you, at this point, it's like 9:20 or something. I tell my mom, I'm like, I found a bus. I think it's the one. Like, I really like this bus. So we get there. Everything's perfect. The bus is perfect. I did some research on the engine. I have a Cat C7 engine. A lot of people don't like it, but so far it's done me well, but that's not the point of this video. So the day I went to go look at my school bus, I was super excited. Everybody tells you, do not buy a bus with rust. Surface rust is okay, but real, flaky rust, that's a problem. When I went to look at my bus, I really didn't see any blatantly concerning signs of rust. So neither of my parents are able to fully go down onto the ground to look at the bus, so it was just me looking at this bus, and I would bring my parents with me to get their opinions on this bus that I'm about to hash out a ton of money towards. And I go and I look under the wheel wells, and up until the wheel wells, everything else was really just surface rust. And I see the wheel wells, and my bus actually technically doesn't have wheel wells. It's a straight flat floor, but where the wheel wells would be, I see something that's a little concerning, but I take a few pictures of it, I post it on Facebook, everybody says, looks like surface rust, looks like fine. And to me, it really did look okay. I had seen some really bad rust before, and to me, this really wasn't it. It just looked like something I just needed to sand down a bit more than the others. And when I touched it, it was not flaky. So I was really the only person who could really provide an opinion on this because both my dad and mom weren't able to fully look under the bus like I was able to. So we go through with the bus. Everything is just dandy. I'm in love. I'm so happy. I am on cloud 9. And mind you, I am still on cloud 9. But this mistake was a very expensive mistake. You really should know what kind of rust you're looking for when you are looking at a school bus, because your girl didn't. Because when I took up the plywood from the subfloor of the original flooring of the bus, there were rust holes everywhere. The front half of the bus was fine. I'm gonna try and include some footage so y'all can see what the floor looked like before, what the floor looked like once I got the plywood up. And the front part, everything was fine. Everything was looking good. We start to head towards the back of the bus, and it's becoming more and more of a rust bucket. I am not concerned. My dad is freaking out, but I'm like, oh, this is nothing. Like, you just get some Bondo and patch it up. A few weeks go by and the whole floor is up by now, and I probably have like 5 different holes in my bus, some of which just were not going to be cured with Bondo. And so I decide to go bring my bus in to get welded. So I bring my bus to this welding shop, and he gives me 3 options. He says I can just put some sheet metal over the already rusting parts of the bus and, call it a day. That is your cheapest option. And as tempting as that was, I knew that wasn't the right thing because the rust would just continue to eat at it. Then he gave me like a middle ground option, which I can't fully remember. But the third option, which is the option I ended up going with, was they were going to cut out and replace each support beam, add in a new support beam, I don't know, if you're a welder, maybe you can understand, but I have some pictures of the progress when they were working on it, and that's the option I went with, and he did an amazing job. I mean, seriously, the bus feels so sturdy, and I have no regrets. I'm, of course, a little sad that had to happen, and I didn't really look at the bus like I was supposed to, but as much as I love this bus, I think it was well worth it. And the floor is extremely sturdy. I am so happy with the job. He went above and beyond, and I absolutely love the way my bus floor turned out. Like, when I first got it, I wanted to just lay a picnic blanket over it and just eat off of it. That's how much I loved this new floor. The only issue was when I was quoted, the work turned out to be a bit more than the team was expecting. So I was quoted $800 to $1,200. The work came out to about just like $15 less than $2,000. And like I said, the man, he was so kind. His family was so kind. He gave me 6 hours of free labor work, which would have been about another $600. So this bus floor is almost about $2,500 worth of work, and he gave it to me for less than $2,000, which was amazing. I'm still trying to think of like things that he could do on the bus now to make up for the kindness that he gave me. I want to give him more of my bus to work on. So, you know, of course, at the end of the day, this is still a mistake. While I do not necessarily regret it, it's something that people should be aware of. I was somebody who really did not listen to the whole do not buy a rust bucket kind of thing. I did it anyways, cost me $2,000. If you are looking for a bus and you are tight on a budget and you don't have an extra $2,000 to throw away at a whole brand new floor, then do not take your chances on that little bit of surface rust you see. Because while the bus may look fine from underneath, when you pull up that plywood, it might be a different story. And this is a whole nother video I could go into, but I really recommend that people always pull up their floor. If you don't pull up anything else, seriously pull up your floor. You have no idea what is lurking underneath that floor. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. That is my very costly mistake that I don't regret, but still very costly. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Liking apparently does something really good for the algorithm. So if you could do that for me, French kiss, that would be amazing. And I will see you guys next time. My socials are down below if you want to see more of me. And yeah, let's get this party started. Toodles, bye. You do some serious reparations. That is not the word I'm looking for. Repairs. Some serious repairs. And am I going anywhere with this story? Like, what am I talking about?